welcome to this episode of Conversation with a Chef. I'm Rittey, and I love sharing with you the conversations I get to have with talented and passionate chefs. It's the backstory, if you will, to the food they're putting up. I begin today by acknowledging the Wurundjeri people of the Kulin Nation, traditional owners of the lands and airwaves where this conversation takes place. Land which was never ceded, land where communities came together to eat seasonally, locally and without exhausting resources. I pay my respects to their elders past and present, and to any First Nations people listening today. Today I'm talking to Greg Feck at Marnong Estate. There are a lot of things I love about doing conversation with a chef, but the main one is the people I get to meet. It's such a joy and a privilege for me to be able to sit down with people and hear their story, and I always come away feeling as though I've made a new friend. I love following what they do, what they're cooking, where they go next. I spoke to Greg Feck in 2016 when he had Crabapple Kitchen and then Vaporetto in Hawthorne. Greg's a fellow Kiwi, which is always a great start, but it was his passion for cooking and hospitality that drew me in. Where Crabapple was cosy, old school, all-day eatery, Vaporetto was slightly exotic and transporting, while equally cosy and inviting. Vaporetto represented Greg and his co-owner's love of Venice, with weathered doors sourced from an old post office in Venice, complete with brass doorknobs. They had Murano glass chandeliers and walls covered with the team's own photos from the countless times spent in the city of bridges. And the food. I wrote about Vaporetto for Concrete Playground, and these days I'd be inclined to describe my description as hyperbole, but it absolutely sums up the emotion I felt sitting up at the bar, watching the choreographed dance of the chefs in the open kitchen and eating the pumpkin ravioli with browned butter and crispy sage. I said in my article that it was like coming home to a cosy room warmed by a log burner, candlelight and an enveloping hug, and I stand by that. Greg's also a fervent supporter of his staff, and in the intervening years he suggested I speak to Sun Lim and Daniel Paras, who were both delightful. Greg is now executive chef at Marnong Estate, another firm favourite of mine, and when he suggested I visit to catch up and see what he's doing, I of course jumped at the chance. I was lucky enough to be invited to enjoy a dine and stay package because this is really a glorious place. It's beautiful country and a thoughtful venue, from the cabins with views over the vineyards and countryside to the various function spaces and dining areas. We were welcomed with a bottle of bubbles, and then I met Greg at the cellar door for a wine tasting and a chat. Later we were treated to dinner at La Veta as the sun went down behind the Macedon Ranges. True to form, Greg didn't really want to talk about himself, he just really wanted me to share his appreciation for Marnong Estate. It's hard not to. There's so much to say about it, and you really just need to get out there and experience it for yourself. It's only 15 minutes from the airport, although not in the flight path, and around 50 minutes from the CBD. My chat with Greg was wonderful, and the absolute essence of what I imagined when I first thought about conversation with a chef. That I'd just be loving chatting to a chef and hearing all the fascinating things that make up their days and take up their thoughts, and then I'd share it with you. So here it is. I'm here. Hello.
Hi.
Jo,
Hi.
I'm pleased to meet you.
Yes,
I'm
it's
going to
lovely.
do your tastings for you this
Lovely.
afternoon.
Thank you.
Sorry, it's been so crazy. It's been amazing.
This is new. This
This is the...
it's
When was the
beautiful.
last time you were up?
When it first opened, I wrote about
fine.
it for Broadsheet, and then I came out and I talked to Salvatore as well. But this is beautiful, isn't it? I can't even
heat
believe
must be
walking
nice and
around there.
tasty.
This is the most beautiful. How?
It's amazing, eh?
Well, it's like a little village here
Yeah.
as well. And then we were just out on the balcony, and Bunjil, the eagle, flew over, and he's got a nest in one of those trees over there. So
Oh, right.
it's amazing.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
We felt blessed that we were here.
Well, I think it's just... It's so understaffed, Joe. It's so untapped out here.
But I don't understand that.
You know, partly it could be to do with the demographic that we're targeting in terms of marketing and socials and stuff like that. But for me, like I've already suggested things like targeting like Qantas magazine,
Yeah.
coming into
that's
the
right.
airport, and because we've got permits to build another 70 rooms around where your cabins are,
Yeah.
on the other side of the Chardonnay vines, around there,
Yeah.
like with a day spa, all that sort of stuff, which is happening. Did
Yeah.
you see the new winery?
No.
I'll show you that.
Yeah.
So we've just finished vintage, pretty
Yeah.
tail end of vintage, in the new winery. So it's all our own winemaking now. So Alec Beckett, who we employed from The Hunter, who's come down, amazing guy. So we've done, instead of like getting external help like Punt Road and Yarra Valley and stuff like that making the wines, it's all Marnong estate now.
Okay.
First vintage.
Yeah.
I think it'll be pretty special.
Okay.
And he's really happy with the results and stuff for his first time. But for me, I just think like, I think you know me, I'm so dedicated to this industry.
You're so dedicated. I
And I've
know.
got so much left in there. But I really want this place to,
I guess.
just having people from North Melbourne or even Toorak, with that sort of income, like.
So what's stopping people? Is it because I feel like this is a destination, you don't need any other vineyards, but is it because of this idea that when you go to the Yarra Valley, there's lots of different places, do you think? Or what is it? I can't even believe it either, because when we drove through those gates, and for me, I've been here because I came for the big media dinner thing.
I'm just going to drop this.
I know, because it feels, I get it. Well,
wobbly.
yeah. And then I came out and I spoke to Salvatore, and but when we drove through the gates, Charlie was like, "Oh my God, baby, this is really fancy." I'm like, "It is," but it's so and just once you get it, even like driving in there and you see the vineyards, that's great, and driving through that landscape. But as you say, once you get out and you're sitting on that
Doesn't it
slope,
remind you of home, like New Zealand?
oh, it does, but
Like
it's
when
so.
I come out, 'cause I'm an hour's drive at the moment.
Oh, okay. Is that
From
How long-
Canterbury, but I've just sold my home in Canterbury on Maiden Road, and I'm moving out to the Upways in June. So it's going to be about an hour and a half for me, but
what?
I don't care.
Okay.
I love it. Yes, yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. Okay, so this is interesting to me because so previously you were all about because you lived in near Hawthorne,
Yeah.
right? And that was all about community there.
Yeah.
And then you did talk about barley, but did COVID squash that?
Yeah. Which I think
So you would drive an hour and a half
What?
both ways.
Yeah, Upways will be about an hour and 25, I think.
So what is it about here? What do you?
First and foremostly, I feel it's very family orientated.
Yeah.
There's a lot of locals, a lot of young kids, a lot of the chefs-
Working here?
Yeah. Especially in events, which I'd like to show you, because like what you'd see going around here is that we've got like 150 upstairs tonight wedding, another 100 in Woolshed. Lavetta, I think we've got about 75 tonight, which is nice. Cucina, 180 tonight.
It sort of boggles my mind there, those numbers.
Yeah. And where the hell do they come from? Like, it just baffles me that we're so busy. And which is good, there's a lot of locals.
But so you're busy, but you're worried that people don't know about it. So what do you mean?
I just want people to understand, like, the effort that goes into Marnong to give back to people, like the gardeners,
Yeah.
the owners, being Sicilian family, independently owned, beautiful family. The son takes care of all the animals for petting zoo next Sunday. So all our eggs come from the estate, quail, hens, duck. We own all our own Chianina cattle, which we've got, which is a long-term project from Tuscany, the Tuscan cattle. We've got that. Like, it's the projection of this place is just incredible.
Yeah. Well, when I heard the owner speak, and originally when I wrote about it for Broadsheet, it was like he didn't want it to be about him at all. Like he was like,
No, he's not. He's very. No.
and I sort of said, can I quote you? Can I use your name? But it was all about community, because he was saying this is amazing out here, and I want to promote the community. And I just thought, what an amazing man. Yeah.
Like we have a farmers market in the car park tomorrow.
Oh, great.
Like it's very small, but it's something that I'd like to build.
Yeah.
With everybody else, like we could sell our own eggs there, stuff like that.
So how did you find out about the position? How did you get here?
I I don't know. They must have got an agent working for some sort of company. I don't know the name of it. Just called me out of the blue when I was still working for Karen Martini at Hero.
That's right, yeah.
As her executive chef. And at that time, it was just really not clicking for me. It was just really wasn't a great time at Hero.
So I was interested when I saw you were working for Karen Martini. Is it difficult to work for someone else when you've been your own boss and you've had such great vision for your own business?
Yeah, it is difficult, but like, again, in my personality, I'm very adaptable, and Karen really inspires me, and she still does to this day.
Well, she's everywhere in the news.
Yeah, and the flavours that she can create in a dish are robust, they're punchy, you know, they respect the seasons. Like, my time with her, like, I learned a lot. But I still had that urge that I kind of wanted to, because I've been doing my own thing for such a long time. Yeah, there was that slight emotion there, you know, that I was missing, that I just wanted sort of complete reigns, do you know what I mean? And I understood that it'd never be like that. And I understood that when I took the role. And I had an amazing time with her. Yeah, it was really good.
And Bali, just that's totally shelved,
that was, yes, at this stage, absolutely.
Well, our whole lives changed, didn't they, really, with you?
Yeah. No, I feel really at home here.
Amazing. So, okay, so they found you.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, and
had you heard of it?
I had lengthy conversations. I'd never heard of it.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
I want people like you, myself, you know, like it's basically a one-stop culinary shop, really.
Oh no, and that's why I feel like, because I came out for that big, beautiful media night, and then I came out and I spoke to Salvatore, and I can't. It seems. Yeah, it's so beautiful, and I do think it is a one-stop, and it's got all of these great things, as you said. There's the farmers market, that little villagey bit out there.
Yeah.
So how many have you got in tonight?
Lovely. I think we've got canapes in there for 50 at the moment, and I think we have about 75 booked in tonight.
Wow.
Yeah. Saturday night.
Can you find out where they come from?
I'm pretty sure you can through 7 rooms and with receptions.
Yeah. And the cucina, is it like a daytime place?
7 days. Breakfast, lunch and dinner.
What? Wow.
And it pumps. Yeah.
What's breakfast?
Italian style.
Wow. Okay.
Yep, Sicilian scrambled eggs and bits and pieces. 7 days. Breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's a beast. Yeah. Lavetta, I don't know back in the day, but Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday's closed. Fucking best chef's hours ever for that team in there. Sunday nights I'm probably gonna.
So the chefs don't go between the two, like they're quite distinct kitchens.
Yeah,
but you oversee both.
All of them.
All.
Yeah. Events. Vista, which is a little kiosk that we do Italian street food, focaccias, mortadella, all that stuff that's really on trend at the moment. You know, the big fucking. I'm using Mr. Kanubi's. You know, so Mick Nunn is a good friend of mine from Ballarat, and he does Mr. Kanubi's, and I get it off Savour and Grace, and I think it's probably one of the best ones around. A lot of texture in it and a lot of fat content as well, but. Yes, and everybody's on mortadella and
hilarious, isn't it?
And sandwiches. And
when I spoke to you at Vaporetto, you're like, you know, you really you love Venice and you recreate, and it was an amazing restaurant. I mean, that's still up there with like and the flavours, and just when I sat up at the bar and watched how you that choreographed kind of way of doing an open kitchen and how respectful everyone was and how delicious everything was. This is how do you go, because everyone talks about authenticity these days.
Yeah.
How do you go being I would say, a specialist in Italian food, but not being Italian, because there's a kind of a new wave of Italian people that have come out. Because Melbourne's been like that was immigrants, whatever. But I feel like there's this new wave of cool young Italians that have come out.
Yeah.
How does it?
It's a tricky one. I have so many customers that come in and they just fucking freak out that I'm a Kiwi, basically.
Yes.
Like how does this happen?
Yes.
How does it come about? I don't know, man. I was just born Italian and trapped in the Kiwi body.
Wow. Yeah.
And it's people that I've worked with right from the get-go, even in New Zealand and going to London, and it's just the only craft I've ever learnt to really cook and hone my skills on.
Rather than French, which is...
Yeah, I'm still very technically driven by the French technique in my mise en place. Like all my sauces are very French. A lot of my technique in making certain sauces and all of that is very, very French dominated in the kitchen, but just built with big edges and like big flavors and just a little bit of finesse, but just done quite simply. You'll see it. I think what we're offering in the estate is. Yeah, like I said, if you want to come and get focaccia and coffee, or some of the best pizza, I think, that we make here, and some of the pizza makers that we have are bloody brilliant. And even Sunny's come, my head chef from Vaporeto's, with me here, so we're like 12 years now, an old married couple.
Yeah.
So he's in Lavetta Kitchen. He's not here tonight, it's his day off, but and the crew that we're starting to build in Lavetta is really good. And then I'm just trying to work with the youngsters, I'm trying to give something back to the industry. I feel it's, at my age, I've got so much to give. I've got so much knowledge, I think. I feel like with Marnong, because we've got a lot of locals and they're all young and they're going to cookery school and stuff like that, it makes me feel good, that I'm giving something back to the industry, because it is getting tough. There's not many people out there skilled that want to do the hours like we've done.
No, a lot of people, moving out to do more, overseeing where you're not on the tools, you're not really coming to the, I think, so what happens when you come to a place like this that's already up and running? How do you, what do you do for that team building, or to set how do you make it your kitchen? Your kitchen?
Well, first of all, I ease myself into it. Like, I get to know people personally, especially my heads of department, which I've got a few. I think I must have about 35, 40 guys under me, and letting them see what I can do, but also gaining their respect at the same time. Not going all guns blazing, going in, being really respectful because I've been here a while. Obviously, they've had another chef that they've been working under, so you've got to be respectful about that as well, and slowly just sort of stamping your authority on how you do things and how you communicate and talk to them and nurture them and inspire them, and until they start seeing you cook and the knowledge that you have and the flavours that you can bring together at a fast pace, executed well, that's what starts getting them to know that, I think we've got somebody pretty good that's come on board now. It's a big job. Like, I've gone from Vaporetto to multiple venues. So it's been a really big learning curve for me. But like I said, the team, with the GM, Carl Forrest, he's been a lot of work in hotels, but he's also come from the Royal Mail with Robin Wickens, so he's done all of that, set that.
It's like a dream team here, isn't it?
And the girls from weddings to reception, everywhere upstairs, they're all amazing. And Carl's sort of vision is if you don't feel Marnong, then you're probably not the right person to be here. Wow. It's an emotion, it's a feeling.
Yeah, okay.
Like the feeling of bending over backwards, doing the utmost we can for anybody that walks through the gates, and I like that philosophy as well, and it's driven and his passion is filtered through the team, right through all heads, restaurant managers, all of that. It's a great feeling.
Good.
Yeah, it's a good feeling.
Wow.
And it's a pleasure to come to work.
I love it.
And working with like-minded people that are here for the right reason, passionate, want to work hard, want to cook the best food they can, and striking that work-life balance as well, which I've strived to do right from the start, is getting people good breaks, proper days off, like I was mentioning, La Veta, Sunday nights off, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday off, Thursday, Friday, Saturday doubles, Sunday day. Easy.
Yeah, right. Because that's a big question I've been asking lately, is what do head chefs or executive chefs do in terms of well-being for their staff? Because it's a big conversation now, but that, absolutely. And as you say, that easing in and getting to know the people you're working with as well. You're not coming in going, okay, I'm the guy.
I think that's the wrong way to go about things.
Yeah.
You're only as good as what your team is behind you. And if you go in with the wrong attitude, and bust balls really quick, it's not my style. It never has been.
I knew that because you've been a great supporter of what I'm doing, and I feel like you've given me chefs to talk to as well from your team who speak so highly of you. So it's always been obvious.
Yeah, that is good. I can't wait to try his wines, with this new vintage, because they haven't spared any money down there.
Yeah.
The owner just has this vision, and it's a very generous way of looking at things. He's years ahead of himself. I think he's a very beautiful man and his family. Really respectful of the team that work for him and stuff like that. But when he talks about his winery, he talks about having live opera and the lights coming up behind the barrels in the barrel room, and
wow, yeah.
He talks really emotionally, and he's into really beautiful things, and he deserves it, and it's up to us to execute that for him.
Amazing.
And we have the team to do it, absolutely.
And so what have you done with the menu in La Veta? What's the...
I didn't go out with really strong, because I had to find my feet. I had to find the right staff. It's no use putting out a menu that's really tricksy, but you don't have the staff to really pull it off. So I went quite comfortable until I got to know all the guys in the kitchen, and then we've really started stepping it up. We're doing some really good things in there. I'm writing a new menu for autumn winter. So the menu, basically, I had to basically be respectful of Kachina, and what they do really well. I had to sort of not overbear that sort of style of their menu. They really like pizzas, a little bit of pasta and stuff. But with La Veta, having the Jospa, I really wanted to concentrate on sourcing the best beef, dry aging it in-house ourselves as much as possible, working with the best beef suppliers. Pasta is a massive passion of mine, and working with northeastern cooking in Venice and stuff like that, you'll see flavours like that with saffron tagliatelle with crab and stuff like that from the island of Burano again. So I can't get that Venetian style in me is still there.
Yeah.
But really just clean flavours, really concentrating on really good pasta, great beef. Lots of little snacks, I'm working on snacks because we've got an area in La Veta which I really want to concentrate on, more of a lounge where people can come at 3:30, 4, 5, 6 o'clock,
okay, yeah.
have a glass of sparkling, oysters, snacks, all of that sort of stuff, and then go to their table, and make a night of it. Because I think it's the perfect restaurant for that. But we're only 15 minutes from the CBD, really, 45 minutes from the CBD. Same to the Yarra. But when you're here, there's some pretty special places in the Yarra. There are.
Yeah.
But There's nothing like this though. The grand of it.
Yeah.
As soon as I get past the airport, that last 15 minutes coming here, I'm already in the zone, you know.
But I remember someone saying when I came out here, that it's only 15 minutes from the airport, and that's a big selling point. And it's true, it is only 15 minutes. But you wouldn't think there's an airport, 15 minutes.
That's right. That's why we have to capitalise on, with these extra rooms, especially getting that corporate, conferencing, which we do every morning.
Yeah.
Companies that want training, if they have to come interstate and stuff like that, we're it, you know, 15 minutes. We offer everything, to rooms, weddings, really nice dining, pizza, pasta, everything, I'm super proud to be a part of Marnong, and I just want other people like-minded in the industry as well to know that we're here. There's a lot of talk of the Yarra and stuff like that, but if you get here, you'll understand that it's absolutely incredible.
And I feel like at the moment, and Danny Vallant's done her series on what was the phrasing? Not the death of hospitality, but
yeah. I listened to a few of those.
Oh, she's a mate. Well, you've been on her.
Yeah.
But this latest one, she's
Dirty
really
Linen.
Yeah, Dirty Linen, where she's talking about people are only just making ends meet, and that and heaps of places are closing.
Oh,
so
sad.
I love that this place is here and it's beautiful, and we want to make sure. I want all the CBD places to stay, but these places as well. So.
I mean, we're all facing elements of, the cost of goods rising and wages and rent and electricity, all of that. I listened to T Gizzard talk about Ginger Boy and stuff like that. Really sad.
I know
80 years.
I know, but that's what I mean. These big name places.
Yeah.
So
people that are great operators, really good chefs.
Yeah.
It's just getting tough, and it's really sad, but I don't know what's coming. The next 5 years is really, really cloudy for me.
Okay. Yeah.
In terms of what will happen around Melbourne.
Yeah.
I don't have that feeling here. The drive here, the passion is so high. And in terms of doing events and stuff like that, we're busy, which is healthy.
Yeah, and I feel like you've got an owner who really supports. You've not got an owner who's looking over your shoulder going profit margins I don't know, but my impression is that
there is that.
Of course there is that. You've got to respect that.
There's always going to be that side of it, but it's how you deliver that side of it to your staff, and this is one thing that Carl does extremely well. If you are struggling in a certain category, like maybe wages or trying to get staff off on loo, the way he communicates to you is one-on-one. He comes into the kitchen with me, chats to me for 20 minutes, gives me that time. How you going? How's Kim? How's your family? Everything first.
Yeah.
It's not business first.
Yeah.
It's he looks after you.
Yeah.
And then he communicates really well. If you need any help, come and see me in my office. We'll work through it together, and that's a beautiful thing, Not a lot of that happens around.
Yeah.
And I've always said the fish rots from the head, and that's not the case here at all.
Yeah.
The enthusiasm and the commitment and the passion from upstairs it's infectious, and it filters through me and inspires my team because they give you that freedom and that flexibility to do what I want to do. There's no sort of clamp, which I like. I have to be like that. That's how I work.
Yeah.
I work very organically, very freestyle. I'm very emotional in the way I cook, and my guys know that, and they bloody know it. If I'm not happy, they'll soon find out about it. But majority of the time, I'm not.
I don't want to take you away from the kitchen, but did you want to show me around, or is that something we can do now?
Yeah. And then you can go and enjoy the room.
Yeah. thank you so much for listening to this episode of Conversation with the Chef with Greg Feck at Marnong Estate. If you liked what you heard, you can check out all the goodness, and there really is so much of it, on Instagram at Marnong Estate. That's MARNONG Estate. Or better still, just get out there. You won't be disappointed, and right now the vines are at peak glory. If you'd like to hear more stories from other chefs, I'm on Instagram at Conversation with a Chef. You can read the chat and become a subscriber at www.conversationwithachef.com. I'd really love it if you told a friend about my chats, and of course you can follow me on Apple and Spotify podcasts so I know you're there. You could even leave a review, that'd be nice. But thanks again for listening. Have a great day and bon appetit.